Well, hello everyone. How is the apocalypse treating you? I hope it's treating you well. I'm going to do something slightly different today. So I may have got a job lot off eBay. I'm not fully sure what's in here. I know most of what's in here from the pictures, but there was like stuff behind stuff. So this is like just a box of 40k Space Marines. So I've been building up my Space Marine force through Facebook Marketplace, a couple of new kits, mainly like second-hand stuff, and repairing stuff, things like that. So I've got, since Leviathan launched, I've got about 4 shelves of Space Marine Salamanders painted, badly and quickly, but painted and ready to play. Because I'm much more of a play the game type than, an artist or a hobbyer, and I have about as much creativity now in my whole body that, a normal painter would have in their small pinky finger. But I don't mind getting something that's a bit bashed up, painting it up and getting it ready. So I got this. It was €77. So we'll go through. If anyone wants to comment after on whether I got taken for a ride or got good value, this is to show you that it's definitely not open, because this is not opening it. Do we have another tool? We do. But yeah, this is it's always kind of nice to kind of know sort of what you're getting, but also not knowing. Maybe there's a bonus piece in here that you missed. Is that a chaplain behind that guy? Is it a librarian? So this is going to be interesting if I can ever get the box open. But yeah, second-hand stuff is a good way to build up 40k. I generally don't like it for other game companies like Catalyst. I like to kind of buy the miniatures where I can. And obviously don't get everything second-hand. Like, spend some money in your local hobby shop, But from time to time, with some items, you want a bit of bang for your buck, So we have a bit of this, and then we have a food storage container. This is well packed. So, what are we going to see? Oh, right. So first off the bat, here is a Dark Angels Chaplain, I think. So he can just be a normal Primaris Chaplain. Brilliant. Good start. Then we have a Primaris Apothecary, who's just undercoated and ready to be painted. No damage at all. That's brilliant. Because I have a bunch of the Primaris Apothecaries from Leviathan, but they're not obviously apothecaries. So straight off the bat, that's like probably, if you're getting it on the second-hand market, 20 euros worth of stuff at least. So okay, so what do we got here? Just a regular old intercessor. Nothing to write home about there. And that'll probably be a lot of this. We have an assault intercessor, whose points have just gone down. Yeah. We have a hellblaster missing a leg. But I do think the leg is in here somewhere. Another Primaris Intercessor checking his watch. I may have not got enough landing space for putting this all out. Some kind of Ultramarine successor, possibly a Night Lord Primaris, reloading his gun. Another Intercessor. And another Dark Angels Chaplain, completely unpainted. So that is a handy one. Another intercessor. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on here. This looks to be Gravis armor. So the Gravis armor, and they were making maybe this looks to be kind of an aggressor kit, but it looks like they added the Terminator claws and maybe we're adding something else. So I think what they were going for there was a Gravis captain. So what we'll do is we'll probably snap off the arms and make him an aggressor or whatever else he was. Another intercessor. So another intercessor. And this one looks to have the underslung grenade launcher. This is a bit of a bigger base. Is this a Primaris captain maybe? Or a Primaris lieutenant? Answers in the comments below. The camera is not great at picking these things up. I do think that's a lieutenant or captain or something. So another assault intercessor, which we have one of already. So we've got like a combat squad so far of intercessors, and we have 2 assault intercessors. Make that 3 assault intercessors. We have another intercessor. All different kind of paint schemes on these guys, which makes it interesting. Okay, so we have an easy to build Reaver. I'm just putting the characters at the back and putting the kind of troops out in front. So I think there's only one of these. There's an easy to build Inceptor. So not a whole lot of use having just one, but kit bash potential. Or if I can pick up 2 more randomly. And yet another different paint scheme. So what really fascinates me is like they were just trying a bunch of different paint schemes. So we have another intercessor. Then we have this guy who looks like an intercessor sergeant. Possibly a lieutenant of some kind. He is missing an arm. He looks to be an easy build kit, but I'll find out where he's from and I'll get him an arm. I have a lot of spare arms. You end up with a lot of spare arms, as you may or may not know when you build Warhammer. Ooh. So this looks like Forge Father something from the Iron Hands. Oh, I really should know the names of these guys. But yeah, that's another character model. So he's worth at least €10 on the secondary market if I was to sell him. I might sell him. I might, paint him up in Salamander's colours and use him as a tech marine, or actually, run the Salamanders as kind of Iron Hands. I don't think the paint job matters too much anymore. Here we've got an Imperial Fist intercessor sergeant, I want to say. Looks to be based like a lieutenant though. That's possibly the best and most complete paint job they have. Again, on a larger base, so maybe they were just trying to fill in for lieutenants or whatever. So just more Grab a couple of them. Have to slow ourselves down. So some more easy builds. 1 Reaver and 3 Intercessors. So they just need arms. So I have the bones of like 2 Intercessor squads from this. So that's not too bad. What are you? This looks like a lieutenant. I'm not sure if you can tell. But I could be wrong. I feel like I'm going on the Games Workshop web store after this to find out exactly what I got. So, another Intercessor covered in a bit of plaster. Looks to be possibly easy build again. And this looks to be an Imperial Fist, well painted, some kind of captain. He looks kind of cool. Like, he's probably easy build as well because there's like a giant hole in his ass. Maybe difficult to see. But yeah, that. Oh, and he's got like the upgrade kit. So this guy is a well painted lieutenant. Another Intercessor. Another Intercessor with no arm. Some flight stands. Another Intercessor. Another Intercessor in yet a different paint scheme. Another Intercessor, all primed and ready to go. Another Intercessor, yeah. There's like 2 squads of Intercessors here. Another Intercessor in yet a different paint scheme. Another Intercessor. The leg of a Hellblaster. And 1 more Intercessor, and then we're done with Intercessors, and we're possibly done. And then the main thing. A repulsor. So a lot of its bits are in the box. And we have a stand for it. So yeah, this one is going to take a bit of spraying, a bit of repairing, but you know, all good. Then we have somebody's back banner. I'm not sure whose back banner. And that's pretty much it, except for good old Kayvon Shrike, who's pretty much undercoated and ready to go. You know? So again, he might get a promotion to the Salamanders. And I might use my Salamanders as these guys once in a while. Or he could be a Phobos captain. You know? So, quite a little haul. And there's a lunchbox as well. So, yeah. And this servo arm. Which, does it go on the forge farther? Does he have even more servo arms? Potentially. But I do have, potentially this goes here. How many arms does this Becker have? But potentially, it's a case of, that'll go on whatchamacallem. I have a tech priest I am currently trying to fix. So yeah. So let's count up the intercessors. And we'll give everybody a rundown of what we got. You're not an intercessor, you're a stand-in lieutenant, potentially. I am just going to have to check for lieutenants on the... Yeah, because there's 3 of these guys on large bases. So I'm not 100% sure. So what we're looking at is 2 squads of intercessors plus some more. We have 2 assault intercessors. 4 guys on big bases who may or may not be lieutenants after we do a little bit of research. A Hellblaster and his leg. You know. An Inceptor and his flight stand. And we have Cave On, 2 Traplins, an Apothecary. And we have the Repulsor. So, not a bad haul for 77. Anyway, I don't know if this was interesting or not. Let me know in the comments. And sure, we might do a bit of a painting video on some Battletech this evening or tomorrow. Have a good one.